889 TCM Shop to order yours today.
Hey there, everybody. I'm Ben Mankiewicz. We here at TCM have turned over our programming duties this afternoon to 4 of our biggest fans, and they have picked exceptionally well. We've had a musical, a comedy, a sci-fi thriller, and next, we have one of the great westerns of its time. And the fan who chose our next film is joining me all the way from Greensboro, North Carolina. He's Joel Williams. Welcome, Joel.
Thanks, Ben.
Tell me a little bit about yourself. How do you like Greensboro?
Greensboro's great. It's close to the mountains, close to the ocean. I've lived here for about 20 years, and I work in the information technology area.
There's a lot of that happening in North Carolina.
There is a lot of that happening here, yeah.
You're heavily involved with the hashtag TCM Party on Twitter. How did you get involved with the TCM online community?
I stumbled across it quite accidentally on Twitter. A great concept, people watching movies in their own homes and conversing about them on Twitter in real time.
One thing I like about Joel is I'll tweet something fairly obscure, maybe about sports, maybe about politics, maybe about movies. I'll find it incredibly funny. I'll look to see how many people retweeted it or favored it, and it'll be sometimes one. Joel, I'm always appreciative. Thank you very much.
No problem.
Let's talk about the movie you chose, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. This could easily have been one of my choices. Why'd you pick it?
Well, a couple reasons. First of all, it's a very well-written film. It's a very well-structured film. William Goldman wrote the screenplay. He won an Oscar for it. Second of all, it's got really relatable characters. The characters played by Redford and Newman in the film, there's really great chemistry there.
Yeah, no question. That's they have to be among. It has to be one of the best buddy movies ever made.
Yeah.
Right from the first scene where we see them together. Do you remember the first time you saw the movie?
Oh gosh, probably a dozen years ago.
Oh, so fairly recently.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you'd heard about it before, so it always runs the risk when you see a classic movie like this and everyone's saying, oh, you got to see this, you'll love it, and your expectations are so high, but it obviously had met those expectations.
Yeah, you know, it's a Western film, and I had a hard time getting into the Western genre. So this was like a good entry film for me to get into that genre because it's more of a stylized Western, if you will.
Yeah, it feels almost, I think it's 1969, but it feels more like a 70s film than a Western. Yeah, I agree. You know, I want to ask you which one you like better, but who do you think gives the better, well, I guess I am asking you which one you like better. Not overall, but in this movie, who do you think gives the better performance, Newman or Redford? Because I think it's fairly striking in my mind.
I think it's Newman. I think he was the established actor when this film came out. He had done a couple, 3 or 4 major films before this. And
oh, yeah.
Redford was a relative newcomer. And that pairing works really well on screen, but I definitely think that Newman gives a better performance.
Joel, you were horribly mistaken. It's a shame. It's not even really up for debate. You know, I think Robert Redford, one of the most underrated actors of his generation. Too often dismissed for just being a pretty face. No Academy Awards for Best Actor. I think he's outstanding, and I think you see it in this, and I think it's a tougher role, and I think he plays it subtly. I think you need to watch it again, Joel. All right, Joel, thank you very much. We'll come back. We'll talk to you after the movie. Here we go from 1969. It's George Roy Hill's Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid.